I'm Len Matheson, here to talk with you today about the MTAP and item response theory. I'd like to give you a little introduction. The idea behind item response theory is that each of the items in a questionnaire retains its value, and also the items in aggregate can be used to come up with a summary score. That's in contrast to traditional test theory, in which all of the items together are aggregated into a summary score, and you lose the value of each of the items. We have developed the MTAP using the Rosch model of item response theory. This was developed by the mathematician Georg Rasch in Denmark, mid-20th century. The idea behind Rosch's model is that each of the items can be calibrated and placed on a yardstick. And that's what we've done with the MTAP items. So we know the value of each of the items in relation to all of the other items, and we can also go ahead and co-calibrate the items in the MTAP to new items that are based upon job analysis.
This is an MTAP item that shows a person digging a hole with a spade shovel to plant a small tree. It has a difficulty value that has been calculated based on an analysis of several thousand responses that allows it to be placed along a yardstick in relation to other items in the MTAP and allows us also to compare it to items from a job demand analysis. Here's an example of the yardstick with MTAP items on the bottom, easy items on the left, and more demanding items on the right. And we have job analysis items co-calibrated with the MTAP items. You can see that each of the job analysis items have values that can be compared mathematically to the MTAP items.
The match between the person's ability and the job's demands can be made scientifically and with precision. Let me give you an example.
Here we have Sally and Jorge placed along the same yardstick as they are hired by a manufacturing firm. Sally has a score on December 1, 2006 of 35, and Jorge's score on that same day is 54. These are their ability scores compared with the demand scores of various tasks in the plant. The employer is able to use those ability scores to assign Sally and Jorge to jobs in which they have reserve capacity. Unfortunately, a few months later, Sally is injured. She begins rehabilitation with an MTAP ability score of 14. Subsequent MTAP scores can be used to track her progress to see whether or not she can receive alternate employment before she's ready for her usual and customary job. Meanwhile, Jorge completes the first year without injury, but in the annual physical, the industrial health nurse conducts an MTAP and finds that his score has decreased from 54 to 46. This allows the employer to make a decision about whether or not to reassign Jorge or provide him with some sort of conditioning program. In any case, the employer is empowered to be able to avoid a potential injury because it's obvious that Jorge is mismatched to his current job demands. Using MTAP like this to facilitate employer case management allows MTAP to become a long-standing link with each employee, which is useful if an injury occurs, and can also be used to avoid injuries by gauging functional losses that occur with age, so that we can identify the need for preventive intervention. We hope that this has been useful to you, and we invite you to contact us at spineandsport.com. Thank you for your attention.
Hello and welcome to a brief introduction to the
Multidimensional Task Ability Profile, MTAP, a new strategy for functional capacity assessment. MTAP begins with stop-action photography that is used to provide an image to a skilled artist to focus on the foreground and minimize background or extraneous information. Several hundred drawings have been married to simple task descriptions and provided a 6-level rating scale, and then analyzed with about 30,000 patients in terms of the difficulty level of each item using the Rosch model of item response theory. Given the difficulty level of each item, items are able to be combined into a comprehensive task ability profile that allows us to sample across a broad range of difficulty levels, beginning at a very low level and ending up at a very high level. Computer administration using the touchscreen or mouse allows the 50-item MTAP 2.0 to be administered in about 8 minutes to 10 minutes. Sophisticated analysis of the data is immediate and automatic and provides output in terms of the work demands that the person is capable of performing. There's a rating in terms of full physical demand characteristics of work and the 3 major factors that compose PDC level: handling, walking and climbing, and lifting and carrying. Output is also automatically provided in terms of 4 levels of activities of daily living. The ability scores by each type of demand are provided in terms of ADL self-care, light housekeeping, heavy housekeeping, and heavy home maintenance. A simple and easily understood report card is provided to the patient that allows the person to focus on their progress and identifies those activities that still need to be worked on. Research conducted under the auspices of the U.S. Spine and Sport Foundation has been published in peer-reviewed journals looking at the reliability and validity and utility of the MTAP in clinical studies. Thank you for your interest in MTAP. For further information, contact Dr. Joe Verna at the U.S. Spine and Sport Foundation in San Diego, California. Thank you.